Hi, how's it going? I am back with a 37-week update plus some of my pregnancy favorites. I'm going to throw them in with this video because I just know if I try to do two videos, it just won't happen. So you're very welcome back. I'm Fiona, mom of three, currently pregnant, planning our fourth home birth, and now 37 weeks. So I've been doing sporadic updates along this pregnancy and really excited to be here, to be at 37 weeks. Very rough first trimester, rough kind of emotionally and mentally more than physically, because this is a rainbow baby. We had a loss about 2 years ago. So really happy to be at 37 weeks. So for me, it's always a huge milestone to get to 37 weeks because it's considered full term and I am now on the clock for my home birth. Well, not on the clock, but now I'm eligible for my home birth. So it's from 37 to 42 weeks. Your midwife will be on call for your home birth. So I don't think it's such a big deal when you're having a hospital birth, but when you're having a home birth, getting to 37 weeks has always been like, you know, a big milestone I have felt, and just great to be here. Great to know that if I go into labor at any stage, I call my midwife and she comes over and we can have our home birth. So yeah, so it's fantastic. I feel really good and happy to be here. I am pretty big, well, I feel big, you know, and it's hard at the end of pregnancy. It's always hard. You slow down a lot and things are hard. Like, you know, I just can't tie shoelaces anymore, or it's like hard to put on my shoes. You know, just a bit uncomfortable and awkward, but feeling really good, feeling really positive and really excited to meet our baby. Not just me, but like the whole family, and the extended family as well. You know, it's such a lovely time. Some of the things that have been happening over the past couple of weeks is, I suppose, the preparation has kicked in, like the nesting, cleaning, doing little things around the house to get ready for the baby, like the, you know, the baby little changing table. We had a changing table for 10 years. It was wrecked. We got rid of it last year. So just little things like that, getting ready, you know, getting out the baby clothes from the attic. I have loads from like our three kids, and some of that was hand me down already from my sister. So like, you know, baby clothes, they get worn so little, like as in for maybe a couple of weeks and then that's it. So they're in perfectly good condition. It's just a case of sorting them, cleaning them, and kind of putting them aside, getting them ready for the baby. So just little things like that, lovely little, you know, preparations for the baby. Yeah, so kind of a lot of those kind of practical preparations, like the baby clothes, as I said, the changing table. I don't really, I got the car seat out of the garage, you know, washed the cover and stuff like that. So that's all ready, like a lot of those little practical things. I have a big long list, and every time I feel like I cross one thing off, I write like about 3 more things, but still, really nice things to be doing. You know, doesn't feel like a chore. Preparing as well a little bit, you know, for after the baby, like each time I cook a big dinner, I've started to do like double portions, batch cooking and freezing stuff. Not too much yet, but in the next week, I'll probably nearly every second day try to do that. And I just know from experience how handy that can be. Like even just to have like lunches, you know, little portions put aside. And I'm doing big dinners as well, so that it's just a case of you just throw that in the oven and that will feed the whole family. So it's just handy to have those things ready because, you know, the early days with a new baby is just, you just don't have time. Like I won't have time because I'll be minding the baby. My husband won't have time because he'll be with the other 3 kids, you know, so so just anything to make life a little bit easier. So that batch cooking is just something I've done on all the pregnancies, and it has just really helped. I suppose we're preparing the kids as well for the coming of a new baby in the house, especially my 4-year-old, my youngest. It's probably going to impact him the most. You know, he's the current baby, and it is helpful that he's like, you know, out of nappies and he's fully weaned. not weaned very long, but fully weaned now. And he spends most of the night in his own bed, but he does come into us during the night for snuggles. So, you know, that's just normal. It's normal for us. We've always co-slept. We won't have a cot or bassinet or Moses basket or any of that, because the baby just sleeps with me, and it's just so much easier for breastfeeding and for night waking and all that. And I'm very comfortable with that, and I know like what the safety measures are and everything. Yeah, on that front, the baby will just kind of slot in. But yeah, just organizing that, like how where will the 4-year-old go, because he can't be beside the baby. You know, so it could be 4-year-old, my husband, baby, me, or baby at the edge with the safety barrier, then me, then the 4-year-old, and then we'll have to just work that out. But I've done it before a few times, so kind of know what to expect. But also preparing them for the birth, because they're going to be present if it's during the day, and the older two really want to be present even if it's at nighttime. So yeah, so just lots of chat about what it will be like. You know, the fact that I'll probably make some noise, and yeah, like the fact that I will need them to stay quiet. Obviously, I think I'll just do a video on how we're preparing for the home birth, because it's such a huge topic, and I know a lot of people worry about it and wonder, like, you know, if they have older siblings, how they'll be, you know, during the birth and stuff. And I guess because this is our 4th home birth, I've had experience with an older sibling for the last 2 home births that we've enjoyed. So yeah, like I think that might be fitting to do a whole video all by itself. But yeah, so just preparing them as well. The other absolutely fantastic thing I did recently was organize a mother blessing for myself. Now some friends helped with the organizing of it, and one friend led the blessing for me. And it was just beautiful. Like, if you're pregnant, please research mother blessings or blessing way. Here, I will link a video now on, like I did a video on what a mother blessing is and how you might organize one, because it's just a really lovely way to prepare and to find support from your close friends and family, your female friends and family. I know one of my sons was a bit put out that he didn't get to come to it, but anyway, a trip to the cinema with Dad was just what he needed to get him excited with something else, because it's a very feminine energy. It's really, like, my daughter was at the blessing, my mom and my close female friends, and it was just beautiful, because each of them brought something for me, like a symbol from nature and a blessing, and even just their presence there, and you know, their strength and their love and their confidence in me, and it was just incredible. So yeah, that really, I really feel kind of ready now, you know, like as in that support and love will help me through any difficulties or challenges that the labor will present. And I know it's hard. I've done it a few times already now, but at the same time, it's absolutely incredible. You know, labor is just so powerful. So it's so raw and intense, yet it invites you to find your own power within. That's how I feel about it anyway. And I know I'm really lucky that's how it has been for me, because I've had such great support from my midwife, from my husband, and just because I've been at home, it's a lot easier, I think, to find your power when you're in your own space. So so I'm just so excited now, you know, to just allow nature to take its course. I'm not in a hurry for it to happen. Anytime in the next few weeks is absolutely fine. The baby will decide when he or she is ready. And that's basically the update. I'm just going to give you a few of my pregnancy favorites. Now, as I say, I'm not into buying a lot of stuff, you know, for the baby. Like we have basically all the stuff we need, all the stuff. But I have so many maternity clothes from the previous 3 pregnancies. I think I got 2 pairs of leggings, 2 pairs of like maternity leggings in Lidl. And I got 2 tank tops in H&M. And I think, and this dress, which was like half price in H&M as well. I wasn't planning on getting it, but it was there. That's all I've bought for myself clothes wise this pregnancy. And I'm lucky, like I just have stuff from previous pregnancies, as I say. I'm not wearing my regular clothes at all. Like they just, no way would they fit me. And I started to have to wear pregnancy, like maternity clothes very early on, like probably before even 12 weeks this time. But I have gotten a few things, not many. Okay, so one thing I bought, I splashed out on, and it, because I really, really needed it, I was feeling really uncomfortable at night. So I splashed out on a new pregnancy pillow. I had one that I got in Mama's and Papa's. I don't know, it was on my 2nd or my 3rd pregnancy, and it just wasn't doing it for me this time. So I got this pregnancy pillow, which I'm going to show you now, and it's amazing. And I kind of feel like I'll probably use it for the rest of my life. Maybe not in bed, but for different things. It's just so comfy. So this is, I think it's from Sweden. It's called BB Hug Me. Now it was expensive. There it is. And it's just so, it just makes me want to go to sleep. Yeah, so it is just really soft and malleable. It kind of molds to your body. And I just love it. Now, I can't remember the exact price, but it was not cheap. It was definitely over €100, but I got a discount from somebody on Instagram and like 15% off. So it knocked a good bit off it. But as I say, it's an investment. It's not just for now. I know I'll use it like when I'm breastfeeding. I know I'll use it just probably as a comfort measure for the rest of my life. It's just amazing. So that's one thing I really splashed out on, but it was kind of because I knew I wasn't going to need much else. And then the other things I want to talk about are things that I've been doing for my physical health, like for my, like nutritionally. Because I had COVID on week 27, even after it was gone and I was all better and stuff, I still was feeling quite tired, and I know that's really normal after COVID, but I really wanted to watch my iron and, you know, stay in as best health as possible. So actually, first of all, I cut out coffee because I usually like a really good coffee every morning, just one. So I cut that out completely. It was actually fine. I haven't really been into like drinking tea or coffee much this pregnancy at all. So I cut out the coffee, and instead of coffee, I have a mix of Floridix with Ghost Omega vitamin C. Now, and I mix it with water or sometimes coconut water if I have it. And that's what I have every morning, about half an hour before I have breakfast. And I honestly think that it has done me so much. Like, it has really benefited me so much. My energy levels, my iron levels, because I got my bloods tested at week 24 and my iron levels are brilliant. Like, it's great because I suppose, you know, if the iron levels aren't so good, it can be a factor in like losing blood and stuff around birth. So it's just, yeah, it's an important one to think about. And so I've been having that daily. And the other thing I've been doing, and I've mentioned this before, is eating sardines. I know not everyone's going to like this. You can take an omega supplement instead, but I found a really good Irish company, Shines. So I won't eat one whole tin in one sitting. I'll like divide it into 2. But no one else in the house eats it, so I just have like half for lunch one day, and then maybe 3 days later have the other half of the tin. And I just feel that's really important for like, you know, just the omegas for your brain and for the baby and all that, like all that you're giving. You know, you give so much during pregnancy, so just replenishing all those nutrients back into your body. And I like that it's an Irish brand, and same with the vitamin C, it's Irish brand. And I'm really lucky. I have 2 good friends who are nutritional therapists, and I'm just like, tell me all the good things to take, and there are two of the things that I've really taken from them. And obviously then I take my prenatal vitamins as well, religiously. And yeah, I think that's helped me a lot. And I know they're not really pregnancy favorites, as in I could probably be taking these things not being pregnant, but yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because it's helped me. And if you're pregnant, maybe it's something you thought about or haven't thought about and might like to think about too. So before I go, I am just going to give you a quick view of my bump in its current state at 37 weeks. So yeah, as you can see, getting nice and big and round, and loads of movement from baby, which is really reassuring. So that's all from me for now, my 37-week update. Who knows, I might be back with a 38 or 39-week update. And if not, I will see you on the other side. And I just want to say thanks so much for, tagging along and listening in, and your lovely comments. I really appreciate it. Thanks again, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.